Good afternoon, Willow Springs. I'm Grant Harlan.
And I'm Elena Klinger.
This is Senora Biz's 5th period class, and WSMS News starts now.
It's a new year and a new beginning.
Starting off with a brand new advisory classes. Why did we change it up?
A new head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. Can the glory days return with Mike McCarthy?
These little guys are being saved by teens across Australia as massive fires ravage the island.
25,000 koalas have perished.
All this and more coming up on WSMS News.
Welcome back. This is Willow Springs News. We had a very warm Christmas this year, and that means many plants are blooming, causing an uptick in allergies. Let's go to the weather crew to find out what the forecast holds and how we can prevent allergies.
Thanks guys, I'm Mia Bach here to bring you your local weather. It hasn't felt like winter with these temperatures. Today's high is 71 and the low is 61. The warm weather has made many of us feel the effects of allergies. Take a look at this video of mountain cedar trees exploding in central Texas. It's coming this way. Here's some tips on how to combat mountain cedar allergies. 1. Stay inside. Staying indoors won't automatically protect you, but it can help, especially in the mornings. 2. Take a shower. After being outside for an extended time, take a shower and wash your clothes to remove cedar pollen that you may bring in on your clothes and in your hair. 3. Shut the windows. Keep windows and doors closed in your home to minimize pollen exposure. And 4. Take allergy medicines. Take prescribed cedar allergy medications as directed by your doctor. This week we'll have highs in the 60s and lows dropping as far as the 30s. Rain is back in the forecast for today and all day tomorrow, but Sunday will be sunny and cool. That's all for local weather. Now over to Megan Clark with national weather.
Thanks, Mia. I'm Megan Clark here with your national weather. Early Monday morning, we had a 5.7 earthquake hit off the coast of Puerto Rico. No deaths have been reported yet, but there were many injuries and large power outages across the country. In the Pacific Northwest region of the country, major snowstorms slammed the ground, leaving almost 5 inches of snow. Speaking of cold weather, Australia is currently up in flames with almost 200 forest fires burning as of right now. A total of 19,000 square miles have been burned, which is a little smaller than the size of West Virginia. On record, this is the worst year for Australia with forest fires, and it is only estimated to get worse from here. That's all for national weather. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Megan. I haven't had any allergies yet, have you?
Yeah, mine were really bad over break. And now for our top story. This month of January, the National School Board Recognition Month. This is a month where the school districts across the country recognize the work of their school boards. This year in Lovejoy ISD, each campus will be recognizing one of our school board members for the entire month of January. WSMS is so excited to honor LASD School Board Vice President Amy Smith.
This month is School Board Member Appreciation Month, and here in Lovejoy, Amy Smith has been nominated for this awesome award. Amy Smith is a hardworking member of the school board with a busy work and home life, but still strives to make Lovejoy a better and safer learning environment every day.
I always try to think about how can I make an impact around me. So who can I help and how can I serve?
Her main priorities with working on the school board are to improve the staff and student experience.
And as you guys and your experience and teachers and staff and their experience, so always looking at how we can provide the best place and opportunity for you and all the staff members.
She also is behind many major projects which strive to make Lovejoy a better place.
Served in a lot of different volunteer capacities. Was the Puster PTA president. Been on the Education Foundation Board. Served on numerous committees within the district. After I did that, I started the Lovejoy Letter Campaign.
For WSMS News, I'm Megan Clark.
Through all her leadership on the Lovejoy ISD School Board, Mrs. Smith is an excellent example of the LISD graduate profile pillar of working for justice through community service. Throughout the month of January, Mrs. Smith will be visiting with WSMS students to share more about her civic service on the LISD board. Over the next 2 weeks, we will be sharing more information about Mrs. Smith and her dedication to the Lovejoy community on our weekly announcements.
Cowboys just signed Super Bowl winning coach Mike McCarthy.
And our Leopards basketball team played Ford this week, looking to extend their winning record. Here's the sports crew to fill us in. Guys?
This week, our middle school basketball teams take on Allen Ford. 7th grade girls press hard to defend their undefeated record at Ford's home court. Again, all teams remain undefeated. Take a look at how they played. A team score was 40-15, B team 34-4, and C team 14-9. And the boys were home this week. Good news here too, as all teams beat Ford. Here's Coach Yeager.
I'm Garen, here with Coach Yeager, and how do you think the players did coming off break?
We always are so worried when they come off break because you never know if guys have been out in the gym, but they really put in work, and they Monday and Tuesday had great practices.
I know a lot of roster changes had happened over the break, players switching from team to team. How did that affect the teams?
So we got to move guys around every now and again. People move. Like we lost a point guard on our C team, so it actually ended up working out that we moved some guys around. But we don't see it as three different teams. We're one team, right? And if we need to move guys, we will, because they'll all work for the same goal.
How do you think they played today?
I mean, scores speak for themselves.
I think we played really well, especially since this is our first game back from break, and we have like new members and stuff because we've turned around the rosters a little bit. But yeah, I think we did pretty well. I mean, 51 points, pretty nice.
A team score was 47-8, B team 55-25, and C team 53-8. 8th grade girls are home tonight and want fans to pack the gym. Boys will be at Ford. First game start at 5:30. On Saturday, all Lovejoy basketball teams have a fundraiser, the Shoot-a-thon. There will be a pancake breakfast before y'all start shooting your free throws. The fun starts at 9. Now here's Kyle with National Sports.
Thanks, Skylar. I'm Kyle Branch here with Ben Muirhead, and this is National Sports. The Dallas Cowboys season has ended at an 8-8 record. They decided to let go of Jason Garrett after 8 years of coaching and hired former Packers coach Mike McCarthy. He is looking to help turn things around in Dallas. Speaking of football, Oklahoma lost to LSU in the national semifinals. Clemson beat Ohio State in a tight and thrilling game. Clemson and LSU will face off in the national championship next Monday on January 13th. Our Dallas Mavericks have been looking good as we continue to progress through the season. The Mavs are second in the Southwest Division behind the Houston Rockets. The second-year star, Luka Doncic, is leading the Mavs in every offensive stat, and he has the most All-Star team votes for a front-court player in the Western Conference. That's it for National Sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. And now a really sad story. Over 25,000 koala bears have died in the huge Australian fires. Here's Noel Novotny and Claudia Lindenberg with the story and more news about what's going on in the Middle East.
The United States and Iran appear both to be pulling back from the brink of war, at least for now. President Trump says Iran is standing down, and he's now talking about diplomacy after Iran carried out those missiles attacks on American troops overnight on Tuesday in Iraq. There were no American casualties. The Iranian government ordered those attacks after President Trump ordered the killing of a top Iranian general inside Iraq on Friday. Instead of retaliation this time, President Trump says he wants tougher sanctions on Iran and help from NATO.
We must all work together toward making a deal with Iran that makes the world a safer and more peaceful place.
Today, the U.S. Congress says they'll consider to limit President Trump's war powers.
The flu has continued to spread, and so far there have been almost 3,000 deaths among the few million people who have caught the flu. One of those deaths has been that of a 10-year-old who went to Capel ISD. The 5th grader is being missed very much among the district, and this just shows how dangerous the flu can really be. Health officials say it's never too late to get the flu shot. Let's take a look at why it's so important.
Austin health officials say a total of 8 children in the Lone Star State have died. This season was the first time in nearly 3 decades that influenza type B has been so dominant. That's the type that causes complications in children and young adults. A 10-year-old Capel student died over winter break, and a Bishop Lynch High School junior died from complications from the flu. Nurse Young says it's never too late to get the flu shot.
It's important because the flu can be spread by respiratory droplets and stuff, and so when we're in a tight community like the classroom settings and the school setting, you can easily contract the flu.
Teachers here at WSMS got the flu shots back in September. Nurse Young also says there are many ways to prevent the flu. First off, get the vaccine. Don't come to school if you're sick. Stay home. Wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, and cover up your mouth if you sneeze or cough. For WSMS News, I'm Chloe Smith reporting.
Fires in South Australia have already covered about 1/3 of the entire island and are sweeping out tons of wildlife with it. Many species, over 1 million animals, have been wiped out. About 25,000 koala bears have died. Teenagers across Australia are using their vans to help save the bears and take them to safety. These images have sparked attention for many young people, including this North Texas boy. He has already collected $1,400 to send to the country to save the koala bears. That's it for Headline News. Back to you guys.
When we come back, we'll find out why millennials are saying no to social media.
Do you like basketball? Then sign up for the WSMS 3v3 basketball tournament. The fun starts Friday, February 28th in the WSMS gym from 4:30 to 7. The teams are made up of 3 to 4 players. You can have a co-ed team if you want, but all teams will play against the same grade level. Here are some of the rules. Team members must wear the same color, a 6-minute running clock, half-court games, single elimination. Prizes and bragging rights will be awarded to the first place winners. There is a $40 sign-up fee, and all food and drinks cost $1. The deadline to register is Monday, February 24th.
Welcome back to Entertainment.
More than half the school year is almost over. Let's see what the next semester is filled with. Our first club day is January 17th, as the same day as 5th grade demo day.
Bump Up Day is January 31st, along with the Winter Pep Rally.
Bump Up Day was established about 3 years ago, and what it's really designed to do is bring the 6th grade students over to the middle school to get to experience some of the electives and some of the programs that we offer at the middle school level. At the same time, our 8th grade students then go to the high school, and they do the same thing at Lovejoy High School. They get to tour the building, they get to learn more about the electives, learn more about the programs, so that once they get into registration season in February, they can make good decisions about the elective courses that they would like to take. And we start in the morning here, so 6th graders will come over here in the morning. We'll do a pep rally in the morning, and then at the conclusion of the pep rally, our 8th graders will get on buses and go to the high school at about 10:30.
The 7th graders will be hosting the 6th graders at Willow Springs, and the 8th graders will be touring the high school.
On January 23rd, the Geography View will take place in the cafeteria. If you are participating, make sure you study and are prepared.
Recently, our theater students got to attend the Junior Thespian Festival in North Texas. These students prepared on their own and rehearsed outside class.
Each judge gives a rating of fair, excellent, good, or superior. The 3 scores are then tabulated to make a final rating. If you see the following students in the hallway, please congratulate them on their job well done.
The Golden Globes were on Sunday night. The winners are usually a precursor to the Oscars. Here's McKenna with a snapshot of the memorable moments. McKenna?
Sunday night was the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards. Texas native Renee Zellweger brings home a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Drama Motion Picture from the movie Judy. She is originally from Katy, Texas, then is a UT Austin graduate.
Talk show host Ellen DeGeneres won for the second time the Carol Burnett Award. It is an honorary award for the Golden Globes.
Frozen 2 is now the highest grossing animated film ever, making $1.325 billion.
This Christmas break, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker came out, making $20 million on December 24th, making it the second biggest Christmas Eve take in history.
Welcome to social media. During the break, the U.S. Army says soldiers and personnel can no longer use the app TikTok. They fear that the Chinese government may be able to spy on the soldiers and gain access to sensitive information on their phones. The Navy also banned this app. So far, according to themilitary.com, the Marines and Air Force have not required the ban. TikTok is owned by Chinese company ByteDance.
Speaking of social media, the Daily Mail says 1/3 of millennials have deleted their social media accounts permanently, with Facebook and Twitter being the top 2. They say they are sick of fake perception people portray on the app, and they're tired of seeing everyone trying to sell them stuff. Millennials also say they're not waiting to compromise their privacy in order for someone to sell them something. Social media studies are also showing that in the past 25 years, younger generations are experiencing 70% more depression. The studies say some of that is due to what we see on social media.
And now for advisory check. This year our advisory changed. We now have a new set of teachers and new students.
Tuesdays will now be devoted for our advisory lesson. This week, students filled out a self-reflection sheet so that teachers can better know us.
On Mondays and Wednesdays, all class time will be devoted to choice read. Announcements will stay on Thursdays. Most of the days will be the same quiet time and homework time. That's it for social media. Now back to you guys.
Make sure and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. That's it for our announcements.
Have a good day, and remember, leopards roar as one. Roar.